this is Las Vegas Sands Corporation, owner of resorts in Macao, Singapore and the United States.
United States, of course, being in Las Vegas. And this, remember, is the company controlled by a guy called Sheldon Adelson, who is one of the largest funders, financiers of the Republican Party in America.
Market cap here, $34 billion, a PE ratio of 19.6 and a dividend yield of 6.1%. Do you have any thoughts on Las Vegas being the big daddy of our discussion today?
I've only been there once about 15 years ago, and I thought it was the most revolting place on earth. It really was quite vile. I used it as a stopping off place to go and see the Grand Canyon. And I stayed in a place called New York, right on the strip there. And, you know, if you're into that kind of thing now, it's great. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, the place
but
just...
But clearly you're not into that kind of thing.
Not at all. But it attracts a certain type of punter. And, I mean, I arrived at 1 o'clock in the morning and there were queues to check in. So, I mean, it really is. You have to go there to appreciate just how big gaming is in Las Vegas. It's huge.
Paul?
Yeah, it's an incredible destination. I was also there a few years ago, stayed at the Palazzo, which was fun. I mean, Las Vegas Sands, the company, owns the Sands Convention Center, which is like the largest convention center in the whole world, apparently. You know, it just goes on and on. So if you're having a really big show, that's where you go. Adelson and his ilk expanded dramatically into Macao, which, remember, is that other island in the Chinese...
Off Hong Kong.
Well, it's close to Hong Kong, but it's similar. It used to belong to the Portuguese as opposed to Hong Kong, which belonged to the British. And then when it got reincorporated, for one reason or another, gaming in China is largely illegal, except in Macau. So people go there to gamble.
What is the investment case behind Las Vegas Sands? Let's look at the share price graph.
It's the largest of the US gaming corporations. It's larger than Wynn and larger than others. Not all that enormous. Remember, we often talk about companies like Facebook and Apple, which have got market caps of 300 or 400 or 500 billion dollars. This one's only 30. But the other thing to note about it is that it's got quite variable earnings, and it just about died in 2008. Its debt levels were too high, and as a result, it kind of came a cropper. But it does have a good dividend yield.
And it's still trading way off its highs, its recent highs. I don't know if that, if we track back that.
Exactly. Well, it's obviously recovered dramatically from the slump of 08-09. So you did well if you bought them in the crisis. And Mr. Adelson is now, like, I think he's about the 30th wealthiest person in the world, because he's got a lot of that. You know, a lot of those shares are his.
Now, putting aside your disdain for Las Vegas itself, do you think that Las Vegas Sands is hot or not?
Yeah, I think this one will do well. And I think, as you say, it's sitting about 19p, which is very much in line with the market generally in the US. No, I think as uncertainty prevails on global markets, more and more people will be looking for other avenues.
So you're going hot?
I'd go hot on this one.
You're going hot. Paul, are you going hot?
Well, there is a rebound coming in China because Macau did very badly because of Xi Jinping's kind of austerity moves. So people think it could probably do better, but I'm going to go with not hot. It wouldn't be on the top of my list if I was looking at international stocks, no.